This 825,000-acre farm inspired Ford in 2000. Located 45 miles south of Corpus Christi in the small Texas town of Kingsville, King Ranch is the largest ranch in the United States, boasting about 825,000 acres, or 333,800 hectares. Founded by New Yorker and steamboat pilot Richard King in the 1840s, the giant ranch first started on a 15,000-acre property, originally purchased for $300 in 1853, before going through countless extensions. Over the years, the ranch developed its own breed of cattle, the Santa Gertrudis. 20,000 heads of commercial cattle are kept at all times as the ranch runs many other production operations including cotton, turf grass, nuts, and vegetables. More than just a farm, the King Ranch trademark hit the roads in 2001 after Ford licensed the right to use the name when it introduced the 2001 King Ranch F-150. The farm uses more than 250 Ford pickups. This is the most important track-type tractor design ever. In 1919, C.L. Best introduced the 60 track layer, a track-type tractor that happened to be the largest of its era. After the merger between Best and Benjamin Holt, the machine would later become the Caterpillar 60. Instantly popular, the 60 was part of the construction of the Hoover Dam in the western United States and even participated in the construction of the original Hollywood sign. The tractor's lineage is directly linked to the Cat D8 dozer. The most famous 60 out there was definitely Old Tusco, a diesel unit powered by a Cat D 9900 rated at 79 horsepower that would set records in 1932 for non-stop plowing achievements in Arlington, Oregon. 1 century after the very first 60 was built, most agree that the machine remains the most important track-type tractor design ever produced by Caterpillar, making it one of the most collectible machines in the world today. A backhoe attachment on a crawler loader? Deere did it. John Deere's 450C was introduced to market in 1973 as a replacement to the 450B, produced between 1970 and 1972. Sitting on a 450 dozer frame, the machine became one of JD's best-selling crawler loaders ever. Rated at 70 horsepower, the 450C could be equipped with a light material bucket or a 1.25 cubic yard multi-purpose bucket. It also featured hydraulic track adjustment and vandal protection. With an operating weight of 7.5 metric tons, the John Deere 450C could be purchased with tons of optional attachments, such as ripper, log, and lumber fork, winch, or a complete backhoe setup as seen right here. In 1982, Deere discontinued the crawler loader after 9 years of good service. 42 years after production stopped, it's not rare to come across one of these on a construction project or a farm, still going strong. This is the story of the outstanding Pacific trucks. Pacific was founded in 1947 after 3 former Hayes truck employees set up their truck building shop in Vancouver, Canada. By 1967, the company had already built 350 highway and off-road trucks and trailers. Built incredibly beefy and tough, the Pacific trucks were mainly designed for British Columbia's logging industry and were made in very limited amounts. But the company was about to face major changes coming from the United States. In 1970, International Harvester purchased Pacific, leaving the design and manufacture of the product in the original company's hands. But 11 years later, International would sell Pacific to Inchcape, and the downfall began. Facing poor sales and financial difficulties, Pacific produced its very last truck in October 1991, before the manufacturing plant was closed and torn down, with only the parts department left in operation. Pretty sad ending. It cost a fortune to rebuild, but this is still an outstanding baler. In 1974, Pennsylvania manufacturer New Holland entered the round baler market, invented 3 years earlier, after introducing the 850 model designed with chain and slat fixed chamber. And this baler would pave the way for tons of New Holland products yet to come. The 850 round baler produced bales with an average length of 68 inches and an average diameter of 68 inches as well. Hay bales weighed anywhere from 1,500 to 1,900 pounds. Known to be good in most crops, the innovative New Holland 850 produced firm bales with a very distinct shaggy appearance as the round baler quickly became a key implement for dairy farmer and ranchers for putting up hay. 32 years after releasing the 850 model, New Holland had already produced and delivered more than 200,000 round balers to customers. The 850 could produce a half-ton bale in about 3 minutes, quite a performance at the time. So who's got a chance to run this one with a Detroit 371 in it? 1940 was a fantastic year for J.I. Case, which introduced the LA tractor, a sturdy machine that would end up being part of the manufacturer's catalog for well over 1 decade, with an average of 3,000 units produced annually. Rated at 51 horsepower, the LA model was the largest Case tractor when it came out. Built in Racine, Wisconsin, the stout piece of iron was designed to pull up to 5 plows and was powered with a 6.6-liter engine. Running with a 4-speed transmission, the Case LA replaced the L series and was basically an updated version of the L that could be ordered with some of the most modern options at the time, such as PTO, electric start, and hood sides. Often a candidate for repowering with a Detroit diesel 371 engine, the LA was discontinued in 1953 after more than 35,000 units were produced. It was replaced by the 500 model the same year. Welcome to Agricost, the largest farm in Europe. Situated in Romania, on the west bank of the river Danube, Agricost is known to be the largest farm in Europe with a land size estimated at right around 57,000 hectares, or 140,000 acres. Farming around 5% of Romania's total production of autumn wheat, autumn barley, corn, soya, sunflowers, alfalfa hay, and peas, Agricost's annual production usually amounts an impressive 500,000 metric tons. Owned by United Arab Emirates multinational commercial food producer and trader Al Dara, the farm is the perfect playground for manufacturers who often pick Agricost to field test their new prototypes and units in development. While 1/3 of European farms are in Romania, Agricost owns the only ferry to the island it harvests on and also owns the grain storage, plus the ship loading facility beside it to achieve double the average Romanian farm yields. So who ran a 585 with a backhoe attachment? Part of the well-known 85 series, the Case IH 585 tractor was released in 1985 as a replacement to the 584, which became a Case product after Tenneco purchased the International Farm Equipment line a few months earlier. Built in Doncaster, England, the 585 was labeled as a utility tractor, and the machine was sold for $20,000 when it came out, the equivalent of just about $58,000 in today's money. Rated at 60 horsepower through a Case IHD 206 diesel engine, the 585 was made available as 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive models with an operating weight of 5,600 pounds or 2.5 metric tons. After 5 years of good service, the Case IH 585, sometimes seen with a backhoe attachment, was replaced in 1990 by the 595 model, which shared a lot of similar features as the good old 585 tractor.